Hello guys, I trust that everybody is doing okay. Today I want to talk about latent heat or vaporization. Latent heat or vaporization is the energy required to convert 1 kilogram of water from liquid form into the gaseous state. And this particular value is going to be 2,260 kilojoules per kilogram or 2,260 joules per gram at room temperature and pressure. This value also can be in calories, and that's going to be 540 calories per gram. Now, this particular theoretical figure is very important for you in everyday life. For example, when you step fresh out of the shower and you did run your body with very hot water, you're going to feel cold very, very fast. And what happens is the amount of energy around your skin, because you use hot water, is slightly higher, the temperature is slightly elevated. Hence, it's very easy for water to escape from your skin in vapor form because you used a hot shower. This would be the contrary if you did shower using cold water, because the temperatures are not elevated, then vaporization doesn't happen as fast. So the energy required to vaporize that water from your skin is going to come out of your body, hence leaving you cooler than you were before the water vaporized. So when you shower with hot water, expect to be cold if you're going to be exposed without, clearing that water out from your skin using a towel. Anyway, this aspect will be seen with dogs that will be wagging out their tongue. You'll be seeing this with chickens spreading their feathers to lose heat, making them cooler. But what I want to talk about is a group of cattle called the Ankole Watusi cattle, common in East and Central Africa. For those who come from East Africa, you see this commonly in Uganda. Museveni, the president, has a huge herd of this cattle. And one particular attribute about this cattle is that they have very, very big horns. And those big horns do apply this particular aspect. And the big horns have got a network of veins or blood vessels that run throughout the entire horn structure. And essentially what happens is that the blood comes in hot. They use the surface area as exposure for cooling, so that the hot blood is in contact with the outer part of the horn, which is cooler, hence cooling the animal as they recirculate this blood back into their system. So those huge horns are actually giant radiators. And now that is from nature. This particular phenomenon can be seen applied in many, many things around us at industrial scale. Vehicles, motorbikes, and whatnot that do require cooling do apply that. Radiators in vehicle systems will be an example of that. You have got cooling systems, the AC system within housing units using this aspect in the condenser as an heat exchanger to cool the house. And basically what happens is that you have a point at which vaporization is going to happen, making the remaining part of the body cooler. In this case, they use a coolant which is recirculated, cooling the entire system. So that is very important phenomenon, but I can even take it further and take you to our forefathers, our ancestors. They did learn about this technology way earlier before the Englishman can come across into our cultures and teach us these things in a different way. And that is the water pot. Growing up in the villages, you guys must have seen water pots everywhere. The pot that had potable water, which was used to drink, was positioned somewhere in the corner in the house. And one thing you can remember about this particular pot is that the water from this pot was very, very cool, nicely cold and tasty. What exactly happened there is what we'll be talking about, vaporization. In which case, through capillary action, water will seep out of the pot in very, very small quantities. And when it reaches the surface, that water is vaporized. Essentially, latent heat of vaporization is used to vaporize the water at the surface of the pot, leaving the water inside the pot cooler as this process goes on and on. And in addition to that, you have mineral leaching from the clay pot. Essentially, the more common minerals within the soil are going to be magnesium and calcium. These are leaked into the water, making it more mineral rich and more valuable to drink than the water we experience today, especially the plastic bottled water. So that is science. And in your daily activities, as you move around and as you look at your culture and you think that these guys were backward, no, they were not. They were very smart. They were genius in many, many other things they did apply. And we are going to expose some of them as we go by. So as you see a water pot, remember that is pure science that our forefathers applied to, make potable drinking water. And it's high time we go back to that. Plastics do leach into the water, poisoning the water we drink. So if you're able to, deploy a water pot somewhere in your domicile, that would be a good idea. You'll be having very naturally cooled water, and you're going to have mineral-rich water out of this process of vaporization. Thank you. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.